Never settle for less than a guy who gives speeches, like Hugh Grant at the end of Notting Hill. It was to be the ingenue in your own life. I liked David. We had the kind of chemistry that makes sex good, kissing great, and conversation easy. But he could go days without texting, and I'd almost forget I was dating him until he called, "Hey, babe," and asked me out for sushi or to go to some new swanky club. Because David liked the aesthetic of a manic pixie dream blonde on his arm, and I liked how easy it was to be that blonde when I was with him. He also had the hookup with a lot of celebs I was hoping to convert to clientele. Celebs and semi-celebs who can pay more, so I can hopefully work smarter, not harder. Dad, however, really likes David. A lot more than me. Dad likes that he's a good dresser and is polite and smart, but he likes David's industry connections even more. Dad is a perpetually sleep-deprived orthodontist by day and a screenwriter on the brink of his next great script by night. David is a successful TV exec. They talk about the biz. And in Dad's mind, that talking might one day lead to pitching, which could possibly lead to his big break. On some level, both Dad and me using David for his clout is what made me realize the relationship needed to end. Dad, however, wasn't let in on that train of thought, so I need to make sure he is at least one pink sangria in before I break the news. The valet attendant, Robbie, a slim, nervous-looking, barely adult, with a bright shock of red hair he's tried to tame with too much gel, passes in front of my car. Again. I told him I needed to use the Wi-Fi to finish my upload, so he let me idle in the drive. But he's getting antsy. My computer chimes to alert me the upload is complete. I check all the details one final time before closing the laptop. It's one of my choose-your-own tarot adventure videos, which is just my way of doing a tarot card reading for the masses. It's a signature video on my channel, and always gets me dozens of new inquiries for private readings. My subscribers hold firm at 1 million, slowly growing now the initial publicity from my Kardashians appearance has calmed down. Before, I was mystic maven Kit Larson, YouTube personality and high-end event entertainer. Now I'm that, plus the woman who predicted Kim's most recent dating scandal. My bestie, Nina, coined the name Mystic Maven in college when I got into tarot as a way to help curb my growing battle with anxiety and panic attacks. It stuck like glue, and before I knew it, I was giving readings at sorority parties, before finals, anytime anyone wanted to know if their crush liked them back. I stow my computer, pack up my tarot deck, and climb out of the car, waving Robbie over with a smile. He beams as he takes my keys, and I press a Hamilton into his palm as a thank you. I flip my sunglasses up like a headband and check my watch. Mom and Dad are due any second. Should I wait here for them? Should I go ahead inside and get in front of this reservation for 4 drama? My phone buzzes. I don't have notifications turned on for any of my apps, a mental health boundary my therapist and I set up after my channel reached 500K. It's a text from Nina. I told her about splitting with David before I begged her to crash on her couch last night. Consider this a hug from the universe and a reminder that fate doesn't give us anything we can't handle. Nina is an actress, mostly bit roles on TV and a few in movies, but with lucrative prospects on the horizon and a lot of faith in her divine path, she's going places. I may be the one with the spiritual brand who gives spot-on readings, but she's a lot better at discerning her intuition for herself than I am. When it comes to my own inner compass, I get lost more often than I get where I'm trying to go. I send her a heart emoji, plus the sparkly stars I associate with cosmic magic. Kitten! I hear my mom's nickname for me and look up to see she's stepped out of the driver's side of her Mercedes and is dropping the keys in the hands of the other valet attendant. Seeing her driving herself to her birthday brunch, where she always, without fail, ends up on the other side of Toasted, is an unnerving plot twist. Mom is a mediocre driver at her most sober. This does not bode well. I'm about to ask what's up when she reaches me, smacks air kisses to both cheeks, and tugs me in, saying, "Let's grab a selfie together before your dad arrives." She attempts her normally toothy smile, but her newly refreshed, code Botoxed face is still a little light on